Hey guys, what's going on? Jeremy Lafrentz of Backstage Entertainment. We're on Hatebreed's bus, sitting here with Frank. Frank, what's going on?
Not too much. Just starting this tour in support of our record that's coming out tomorrow. So it's going good so far, and it's good to be back in Nebraska.
That's right. I mean, tomorrow, it's a very big day for you guys. Divinity of Purpose is coming out. The day before record releases, do you guys do anything special, like at the show or just with yourselves or anything to get ready for it?
Not in particular. It's just a special time for us anyways, because it's been a few years since the last record. So we're very excited about it, and the records came out in Europe on the 25th already, and we just got back from doing the Persistence tour over there, which was a lot of fun, and the buzz around the record's been really good, and the press we've been doing like this has been abundant. So there's high expectations, but it's just a fresh time for the band, and it's really exciting to be back on the road, especially with the record coming out. So, and everybody gets to hear new material, which they've been waiting for quite some time. So,
yeah, with your guys' album here, it'd be the 6th studio album. You just talked about new material. You got a lot of old material that's great hits and everything. With all these songs, 6 studio albums, with all the songs, do you think if a fan come up to you and just picked one, do you think you could remember how to play it and everything like that?
Well, the beauty with our band, which I can't think of any other band that does this, is, and I try to let everybody know in the interviews, is we don't have a set list. Oh. Jamie yells out the song, and we have about 2 seconds to think about how it goes, and it could be, I think it's up over like 50 different songs that we do that with.
Okay.
Last night we were in Joliet, Illinois, and it was the second day of the tour, and we played a completely different set than what we did the first day of the tour in Flint. And tonight we'll follow suit. Now, obviously, you're going to hear the hits, quote unquote, right. Things like "Live for This" and obviously "Destroy Everything" and "Everyone Bleeds Now," and those songs are staples in the set, of course, but. When a band like us plays an hour and our songs are 2 minutes each, we have a lot of songs that we can pick from. So, that's what we try to do. So it's nice for us because it keeps it fresh every night to be able to play a different set. And, the fans especially really dig it because, people that are traveling to different shows, they can hear different songs. Right. And, the word gets out, oh, they played this last night, so it's cool. It's something special for us and the fans.
And you guys are always on your toes then, so you don't really know exactly what song is going to be next.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. So we tour so much that it doesn't pose a problem. We're a well-oiled machine, and the band's sounding better than ever, so it's good.
Okay. Divinity of Purpose, we mentioned, coming out tomorrow. I was reading online, Jamie says about the album, all pit, no shit. Elaborate on that, or have you heard him say that about it?
Well, I mean, it's a straightforward album. It's us what we do best. We're fortunate enough to be a band from the hardcore scene that broke very big into the metal scene. As far as that's concerned, the biggest, if I don't mind saying so myself. But, we walk a fine line when we make a record to keep people in, not just the hardcore and the metal community happy, but like in Europe, the punk rock scene and the rock scene. We could be on tour with I think a biggest rock band, one of the bigger rock bands like Five Finger Death Punch, or we can go and tour with a hardcore band like Agnostic Front in Europe. So, that being said, we just decided to put a straightforward record together, and all the formulas that make Hatebreed the band, the crossover band that we are, which is really hard to do actually this late in the game and with all these people, this following that we have. But that's when he says all pit, no shit. That is what it is. It's us making a record that, if you love the band, this is what you want. This is what you want from us, and it's very straightforward, and it's new at the same time.
Yeah.
I think on the last record we went out as far to the boundaries as we needed to go, and this time around we're going back to the basics.
Okay. Now, a lot of rock bands, especially in your guys' genre too, the heavy stuff. The bands itself, they deal with controversy, you deal with haters, like every band and everything. Yeah. But talking of controversy, with the band, what do you think has been the craziest thing that you guys have heard, either being rumors or some sort of controversy on TV, or with, there's haters out there or anything like that?
Well, I think when you get people outside of our world that don't know anything about the band, they hear the name Hatebreed and they see the album title Supremacy and they see Bald Guys with Tattoos, and you know, they don't know anything about really the positivity that's involved and the uplifting lyrics that Jamie writes, and you know, our fans and the hard times and the struggles that everybody goes through in life that make our band unique and make you know, the bond between the fans and us so strong, more than most bands. You have unfortunate issues, you know, I hate to shed light on it, but the whole CNN thing that, you know, had happened in the news recently where our name got thrown in with a bunch of white power bands over something that had happened, and it's unfortunate, you know, but I guess that's it's on us. Like we named the band Hatebreed, but we don't get caught up too much in that stuff because it's out of our hands. Right. You know, we can only do so much damage control when something like that happens, but at the end of the day, it was the fans and the label and the band and everybody going to bat for us and letting it be known that that's not what this band's about, and anybody that knows anything about Hatebreed knows that we're the complete opposite. So you know, I think every band has to deal with it, like you say, the haters and the naysayers and things like that, and obviously you try to make the best of the situation, and we most certainly do that.
Now the next part, we went to our Facebook page. Anybody can go out there, like Backstage Entertainment on Facebook, and we asked fans, you know, hey, what questions do you want to ask, because we're interviewing the band. We have one from Cole. This is actually, and see if you know the answer to this, but he says, does Jamie Josta really destroy everything?
Well, I mean, as a band, we destroy the clubs everywhere we go. Not, you know, I'm not talking about the dressing room. I'm talking about we make everybody go absolutely crazy, obviously, and have the best of time. We want, you know, if you want to get in the pit and beat the hell out of each other, then that's your thing. As long as we always say, as long as you leave with a smile on your face. Right. But destroy everything. The song's about destroying all the bad things in your life and rebuilding that on a foundation to make things better in your life. You know, it's not, you know, there's another, you know, that's another thing. People can look at that and say, that don't know about the band, and say, oh, Hatebreed, destroy everything. That's really negative, you know, when in fact it's not at all. When you get into reading the lyrics and the message behind it, then that's what, you know, that's what that song's about, and that's what the band is about, for, you know, in many ways. Yeah,
which actually leads into our next question. Philip asked, so what inspired Destroy Everything?
That's exactly what it was. You know, it's about getting rid of the bad things in your life, and sometimes you have to completely eliminate them and start from ground zero.
Okay. Well, cool. Let's do this. Our next part of the interview, we have what is called our BSC Box. Once again, fans have liked our page and got questions into our box for bands we interview to answer. So let's see how you do with this. Right. And like I mentioned,
exploited skull.
Yeah, exactly. It's our BSC skull there. And like I mentioned to you too, you have the honor of being the first interview with our new setting here. Where
I'm the guinea pig.
Yes, we do a lot of fan interaction here, and they said let's do some things like actions that you could do with your questions. So it's up to you. If you want to try one of these and then pick a question, we can do that. Or if you want to just pick questions, do
I get to look at that? Or?
Well, let's see. You get to pick 1 through 70.
Oh.
That's how many we have right now. We can get more if you guys go like our page and then submit ideas for us. So,
all right, well,
as of right now,
I'll try number 24.
Number 24.
I'm a big Bryant fan, so
okay, so you have to answer the question. It says you have to pee really bad. So you got to pick a question and answer it like you have to pee really bad. You up for that?
All right.
Okay. All right. Let's try it. So, okay, you go ahead and pick a question.
I'm a little confused here. Now we're saying like I'm going to answer the question. I got to act like I got to go to the bathroom.
That's right. I'm confused too because it's our first time doing this. So let's just wing it here.
All right.
All right. So the question is,
do I remember my first show? If so, and where was it?
Okay. So now your answer has to be as if you have to pee really bad.
My first show with Hatebreed was a small club in Connecticut. It was a warm-up show because I had to play a huge show with Korn to 20,000 people, so they had me in a small club, and they were like, all right, let's break you in like this, and I really did almost have to pee my pants at that show. So
there you go. Good job. That was awesome. All right, now if you want to just answer questions or if you want to do another one, you pick.
I'll keep answering here.
Okay.
We'll go with this.
Okay, you want to keep answering?
Yeah,
do you want to do a number 2?
No.
Okay, we did one of those. That's
there
good.
There you go.
You did good. All right, so just...
I'll leave them. Now everybody's got 69 more that they can do.
That's right.
So.
That's right. Okay, so now you can just go ahead and draw.
All right. Here we go. This one is, what would you do if you knew you had one day left on Earth? Oh boy. I would spend that with my son for sure, and I would eat a lot of chicken wings, and I would probably drink beer and listen to the Rolling Stones or Kiss, and make the best day I could, and probably be at the beach or something, or Disney World. So
there you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you do. How many you want? You
all
tell
right.
us when
all right.
to stop.
We'll keep going here.
All right.
Where is your favorite and least favorite place to play on tour? Fortunately for the band, we've been blessed to have great shows, and everything's awesome. Obviously, when I read questions like this or get answered questions like this, I start thinking about like maybe bad neighborhoods or places. You know, a place like Harpo's in Detroit is a terrible, terrible neighborhood, and people get killed out there all the time, and it's very unfortunate. But at the same time, it's an amazing concert venue where we shot our DVD actually, and Detroit's one of our great best cities. So there you go. I kind of answered them both in one shot. So, yep.
No, we got somebody joining here.
Here we go. Have you ever been starstruck by anyone you've met? Yeah, I'm a huge Kiss fan, and we were able in Belgium in 2009, I believe it was, or we were direct support for Kiss. We played right before them, and there was 50,000 people in the crowd, and we got to meet them with all their stuff on and their makeup and all that stuff. So I've been listening to them since I was 5 years old. I had their records since then, and they really changed my life, and they're the reason that if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here right now. So for me, that was the first time I met them with all their stuff on. That was amazing. And that was definitely a starstruck moment for sure. But I still want to meet Mick Jagger. I still want to meet John Elway. Yeah. I would totally fanboy out on both of those any time. So we'll go with a couple more here then. Okay. If you could play a show with any other band, who would it be? Fortunately, we got to open for Kiss, and Blue Oyster Cult's another fan, a band that I'm a fan of and actually friends with, and we got to play with them at Hellfest last year. Before I was in Hatebreed, they toured with Slayer 4 times, these bastards, so I didn't get to do that. Sam Hain they toured with another time, which was Danzig's second band, for those that don't know, after Misfits, before Solo, which is another band that I love, who they also toured with. And Motorhead, they also toured with. All these bands they toured with before I got in the band. So those are three I can think of off the top of my head that I would love to play shows or tour with. So there's many more. So
all right, you got one more in you, huh?
All right, let's do it. Where's the craziest place you've had to sleep while on tour?
Now you get a nice tour bus. But
I have a nice tour bus, but even when we did have a nice tour bus, we were in South America recently, and I got really drunk, and we had this nice hotel, and there were all these, and when you go to South America, there's these wild dogs, just, you know, they live on the streets. They're friendly as could be, they're nice, and but they don't belong to anybody. And so I got really drunk, and I slept outside with the dogs. So I don't know, that was probably, the fact that I could have went in the nice hotel and slept and stayed out with the dogs, I think, is the proper answer for that question.
Well,
so.
You did that so you could answer that question, I think. So, okay, well, just lastly, any last messages for the fans or anything? Well,
go out and pick up the new record. We're very excited about it. It's a good time for us, and obviously we're on tour all the time, Hatebreed. So if you don't get to check us out soon, we will be back eventually, and we hope to see you out on the road, and make sure you pick up The Divinity of Purpose.
There you go.
And thank you for the interview.
Once again, Frank, Hatebreed, check them out, guys.
Hey everyone, make sure to like Backstage Entertainment on Facebook to see our photos, to enter yourself into contests for autographed prizes, and other news. Also, make sure to click the subscribe button on YouTube to check out the rest of our videos. And you can find us on Twitter to get updates about what we're doing. For Backstage Entertainment, this is Jeremy Lafrentz.